Today we're in Jensen Beach, Florida, visiting very impressive young men. Today we're at Lincoln, Nebraska, visiting Kapili Roofing. They've been in business for a couple of years, but they do a lot of things just right. Today we're in Mason City, Iowa, with one of the oldest friends of Roofing Insights and my personal friend, Dan Young. Today we're in Baldwin, Wisconsin, visiting one of the most successful construction companies in the United States. We're in Tampa and visiting one of the coolest family businesses. Today we're in beautiful Florida, Lake County it is.
Yep, Central Florida area.
Today I'm going to show you one of the coolest businesses I have ever visited. In this video, I will share top 12 companies I have visited over the past 5 years. We have traveled to over 150 businesses all over the country, Canada. I mean, we've been in Hawaii, we've been in New York, we've been in California. I think we're only missing Alaska as far as a state to visit. So if you're in Alaska, you want to invite us, we would love the invitation. But I have 12 companies that really stood out for me and my team. It's not necessarily the order. It's not like number 12 is number 12. It's not a competition. It's just the companies that are very, very special and very, very unique. You will be surprised to see some of them on my list because they're not the biggest. Well, some of them are. But we learn something from them, we enjoy them, and they're one of the best companies, roofing companies in the country. Comment below what's your favorite company tour that you have watched on this channel. We read all our comments, and I promise you, your comments do matter because we make adjustments on what content to make and what company to visit next based on your feedback. Let's go. Number 12, Eustis Roofing, Tampa, Florida. We're in Tampa and visiting one of the coolest family businesses. Family business does not get more family than this roofing company. Owner Robin runs the company with his parents, Tommy and Winnie. His sister, Maggie, is in sales. I absolutely love their names, Robin, Tommy. I mean, I felt like it was a big family. They're huggers. There's so much family in that business. Robin, he's just a dork, tall guy, very nerdy. How he talks about roofing, how he talks about his dad, fast talker.
I was 15 years old. My dad's owned a roofing company since the 80s, a long time. So when I grew up, I was always growing up around him doing roofing. Like when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, I'm in the car with him on a Thomas Book map, like pointing him how to get to his estimates and do his sites and watching him go up and quote roofs. I've always been around the business.
It was so enjoyable to be there. I absolutely love their brand, Eustis Roofing. I can't believe it was not taken when they rebranded, actually did rebrand their company. I love their vehicle wraps. They grew up super fast. Today it's a $20 million plus business. When we visited originally, it was the second year in business. They were doing $7.5 million. I mean, numbers are impressive. The story impressive. People are awesome. What else not to like?
You know, I'm young, I'm 25. I have my way I like to do business. My dad's way of doing business is the complete opposite of mine in many ways, seriously.
The pros of the family-owned and operated business is it's like I'm close with everyone and I know them well. And then, you know, it's family-owned and operated, but we also have like a lot of my coworkers are also good friends that like I have known a long time as well.
I absolutely love their story. I love their family. We actually came back later, I believe. I'm always in contact with Robin, their directory members. Love this company. Definitely have a special place in my heart today. Today we're in Baldwin, Wisconsin, visiting one of the most successful construction company in the United States, Lindus Construction. They've been in business for over 40 years. They have 162 employees. Average employee stays with the company for about 13 years. Very impressive numbers. $225,000 weekly payroll, $55 million business. They're doing over 4,000 projects every year. Number 11, Lindus Construction, company in our back door. Actually, the latest company tour we visited and have been in the works for so many years. It's the company I've been looking up to for 10 years. Ever since I moved to Minneapolis, they were a market leader. I was absolutely impressed with their story. 40 years in business. Father started a company with a family, passed it to their kids, and now their kids working in the company.
Lindus Construction had started in 1979 as a side gig that my father did to supplement his income with farming. What really got us going is we became the subcontractor labor for most of the local builders to do all of their siding and roofing. At one point in time, 75% of our work was done by the work we got from the local builders.
Absolutely love family stories. Absolutely love how many employees and retention rate. I think 13 years is the average tenure. That speaks volumes in construction industry.
Our average tenure of employment is a little under 13 years. It's like 12.9 years to be honest with you. So,
Hey,
Dimitri, this is Rob Johnson.
What do you do? Nice to meet you.
Rob runs the entire leaf guard division. So, How many years you been here, Rob?
27, I believe, in a couple weeks.
27 years. Absolutely love Lindus Construction. Today we're in Mason City, Iowa with one of the oldest friends of Roofing Insights and my personal friend, Dan Young. Young Construction or Young Roofing, Young Construction Roofing is the name of the company. I'm a little embarrassed right now because I know this guy for like 7-8 years.
Gosh, a long time.
It's 2 hours from my house. I could take this road trip for the past 5 years so many times and I didn't. So we're gonna go inside and show you his office. Number 10, Dan Young. Iowa contractor, not a big player by all means, you know, $10-12 million is probably, I mean, big for many, lives American dream for me. What I love about Dan is his warehouse, he controls everything. He has truckloads of shingles, he's set for years, he doesn't have to worry about material prices, material increases, because he buys in bulk. He is debt-free, his buildings paid off. He invested a lot in real estate, have, I believe at the time of the interview, like 178 doors. If you're in real estate, you know what that means. Just very inspiring story of a humble business owner and very, very good human.
And then this is my warehouse. All this is our synthetic felt. It's all custom branded. I buy containers.
Containers?
Yeah.
Direct?
You got to go through a distributor, but yeah.
Sure. How long this will last you?
There's a lot here. So each one of these is 48 rolls, right, Dan?
Yeah.
64 rolls. So, you know.
You're good for 2 years probably.
We're good for a while on synthetic felt. But we do it with everything. We do it with everything. We bulk buy.
I can call Dan Young as a friend. Thank you for inspiration and being a personal friend to me. How did you get into this building?
Our lease was coming up where we were at. We were busting out of the seams there, so I knew I had to go bigger no matter what. But it was at the beginning of COVID. We couldn't find anything to rent. I started taking the route of buying land and was gonna build, and then the timeline wouldn't have worked out. I wouldn't have had enough time. You know, we have a good growth plan. I can rent it out if need be, or we're gonna expand and grow into it, which is what I'm planning.
Number 9, Chris Porowski, Canadian immigrant to Florida, United States. Actually, we have several of them on the list, but Chris is a down-to-earth guy. Absolutely love his company, his story. Same thing, works with his dad. His dad is always around, always doing something. They have equipers, they have local community of roofers that they collaborate with. Chris Porowski is good friends with Jason Raisman from Eustis Roofing. I absolutely love Florida. I love how they not fighting and competing with each other, but supporting and just growing together. He's one of the Rodney Webb contractors as well. I just love how simple that business is, how conservative it is, and how quality oriented Chris Porowski is. Little fun fact, when Lee Haight came to confront me at the export in Florida, Chris Porowski was right next to me, and instead of trying to help me in the conflict, he still was talking to the rep behind me about the products. So that's kind of person Chris Porowski is. He's always learning, always studying new products and what else is out there.
Here's a side view how the roof uses the dead space to hide the solar. As soon as you get on the angle, solar disappears and it looks like it's your traditional barrel tile roof. Not in the direct sun, right? See how fast it's spinning?
Yes.
So sun rises. Now come here, look at this.
I can feel it.
That's creating ventilation.
Chris, love you, brother. How do you build a proper roofing company? How do you build a team? How do you build a business? The same way you build a proper roof. You follow the recipe. We're here in Houston, Texas, visiting Proper Roofing Company. They've been in business for a couple of years, but they do a lot of things just right. I'm gonna ask them for their recipe of success. Can't wait to show you how they're doing it. Number 8, Proper Roofing. This company is a cult, absolute cult. I have never seen anything like this. But let me tell you, the energy that this company carries is so contagious. If you visit this company, you will want to become part of the team.
Everybody's joking now, the clock's run out, time's up, over clock, snap back to reality, up there goes gravity, choke.
Me and my video guy absolutely love the tour. We actually door knock with them. They make us sing. I mean, the stuff that they do is so unique. They grow super fast. We love their team. All the teammates, they truly know how to build a proper company and awesome culture.
You have a t-shirt for
you ready for your first day?
Sure.
Canvasser you?
Who's gonna teach me to sell? am I just knocking at doors or
Trent.
I'm selling? What am I doing?
We're gonna market today.
We're gonna market
Yeah, we're
today.
gonna hit the field, canvas.
Okay.
Canvassing. Yeah, these are two of our leaders here. They're gonna show you the ropes.
Okay.
And
Show you the ropes.
How long has it been since you've done this?
I've never done this.
You've never done this before?
I've never door knocked in my life.
Ever?
Ever.
Thank you, Proper Roofing, for being a great example in Texas. Today, we're in Jensen Beach, Florida, visiting very impressive young man, a roofing business owner. This man overcame a lot of struggles in life. He grew up in a roofing family. His dad is a roofer in Philadelphia. His grandfather also was a roofer, but this man falls short in the family. He had to come here for rehab and ended up running pretty successful roofing business. Number 7, Fox Heaven Roofing, Andy Keys in Jensen Beach, Florida. Absolutely amazing comeback story from rehab to a multi-million-dollar company. Andy Keys, to me personally, lives American dream. I love his story because it's so unique from being, addicted and expelled from your family, from rehab to starting a business, to growing the business, and today Andy Keys is becoming a very big influencing person in the roofing industry. I personally follow his TikToks and his Instagram. He loves creating content and educating people who start in the business. That's for me what business is all about. If you made it to the top, you have to help someone who's just getting started, and Andy doing just that.
I got sick of, being homeless and living in my car. I finally got fed up with it, so I went back to the same rehab that I had previously been to, and then ever since then, that's when I changed my life. I met a guy in there who had enough money actually to get a townhouse, so we went out of the rehab into a townhouse.
When was that? What year?
2017 or 2016. I'm not good at remembering time, somewhere around then.
I'm proud to be part of that journey. I remember for the first couple times when we visited him, when we talked to his team, did a CrossFit workout at his gym. Always a big plus for me personally. Andy, congrats to all your success. You truly deserve it, brother. In this episode of Roofing Insights, we're bringing you all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina to meet our friend Jordan Cox. Jordan represents military in business. I absolutely love my military business owners, my veterans. Number 6, Roofmatic Jordan Cox, Charlotte, North Carolina. I love good veteran story. I love Jordan's beard. We spent time driving around. He shares stories how he fights local adjusters, how he combats them, shared a lot of tips. But the branding itself, the Roofmatic, is so it just speaks to you. You immediately know that the company is veteran owned. You don't even have to explain it.
If you're doing 1 or 2 builds a month in a small company, one owner, he's a sales guy, he's doing production, his wife's answering the phone calls, or something like that, it's logistically difficult to then coordinate all of these things. And it's adding extra steps in your day, and the cost benefit's not really there.
You will love the story. You will love the people behind it. They're on a mission to help homeowners, and I absolutely love how they do it. Thank you, Jordan, for being a good guy in North Carolina.
My name is Martin Pettigrew. I'm the owner and CEO of Monarch Roofing, Monarch Solar in Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, and Hilton Head Island.
Number 5, Monarch Roofing, another Canadian immigrant to the United States. Martin Pettigrew, a close friend of mine. over the years, we became very close friends, but it was the first time we met them. He became #1 contractor in Myrtle Beach. Everybody knows Martin now, you know, all over the country. He has 4 locations. He wrote a book. He became famous, but I met Martin when not many people knew about them. And I absolutely love their story. I love their culture. I love how they do things. They don't follow anyone else's blueprint. They created their own systems. They, for years, been teaching that system to other people. I love how Martin picks up the phone and just mentors, you know, other roofers in the industry. He's very outspoken, but their company, if you would visit it, the culture, the 4:30 a.m. club, working out together, just crushing it.
Sales guys drive a 4-door. Most of them is F-150s. We got a little bit of Chevrolets, but they're all 4 doors. Then the box truck, that's for marketing division. We have a couple box truck for repair crews for all the tools. The vans is hard, unless you have a high top, it's hard to fit them all inside of it. But we have over 100 trucks and they all wrap Monarch Roofing. That's probably, we talk about branding. It's probably the best way to brand, because when we get to meet somebody, they've seem to have seen us before. So
guys, thank you so much for being great examples in this industry. Fun fact about this company too, my videographer Igor has a kidney stone removed night before. So we arrived at the hotel. I had to take him to the hospital. He was crying like a baby all night. And after he recovered, we actually canceled the first day, and you know, we took a day to recover, and then we went to Monarch Roofing, and you know, we pedaled through. He was like a warrior. He actually worked the very next day, and we did got Monarch Roofing on camera. We pedaled through, and I'm proud of my team, because you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but Monarch Roofing, that's the full story of your company's story. You probably remember it.
Today we're in beautiful Florida, Lake County it is?
Yep, Central Florida area.
Central Florida, visiting Eustis Roofing. This company does not know it yet, but Eustis Roofing have been nominated for Roofing Company of the Year at Roofing Insights. We're gonna show you their operation. I've been here for the last 30-40 minutes. I'm absolutely amazed and cannot wait to show you.
#4, Eustis Roofing in Florida, Orlando, Florida area. I absolutely love Jason Reisman, and it was the first company that absolutely impressed us, not because of the roofing, but because of everything else that they do for their installers. I mean, they have their gas station, they have their own mechanics. Later, we met a few more companies who operate similar ways, but Eustis was the first one who impressed us just from operational standpoint. They own their vehicles, they have all their employees. To this day, it's one of the most impressive companies in the United States.
So we got some fuel tanks here, so we want to be efficient. So on Sundays, they fill all the vehicles up so they're ready to go Monday morning.
How does this get refilled?
So they fill it up 3 times a week. A truck comes in here and fills them up. Whenever we get a hurricane, you can't get gas. We can't get to people. So we said, how do we fix that? So we put our own pumps in, we can put our own fuel in. And then one of the things too is we can control the supplements that they put in the fuel for the vehicles, and they run better. So they put it right into the tank. So instead of every time like, hey, I want you to put this in the fuel tank to help the diesel, nobody's gonna do that. Employees aren't gonna do that every day. So we put it in the big tanks and they do that for us.
Jason, thank you so much for being as outspoken as you are and setting up the standards so high that so many roofers in the country looking up to you, looking up at your standard and trying to implement it in their businesses. Today I'm gonna show you one of the coolest businesses I have ever visited. Perfect Steel Solutions, Fort Wayne, Indiana. But first I'm gonna ask you to like this video if you like our company tours. I have spent a day here yesterday. Absolutely amazing company, amazing culture. What they have built is crazy. But if you want us to visit more businesses, you have to engage with our videos, because it sends us a signal that you like this type of content. We're gonna make more of it. #3, Austin Fain, Perfect Steel Solutions in Indiana. This company, I mean, if you want to impress me, you clean your floors. This is the cleanest warehouse I've ever seen in my life. This big dude, this ex-rugby player, have sauna, has gym, cleans his floors, has RV he used to live in there. I mean, amazing story. If you guys did not see this one, go and watch it. Amazing chef. He cooked us a meal later at night after filming was done. Just such a good business owner who truly takes care of his employees. Very, very generous man. I mean, this guy have bought cars, apartments for his employees. I've talked to many of them while I was there, and everybody says the same thing. He's generous, he's kind, he's nice. I feel bad for Austin Fain because we cut 2 clips for our social media accounts for TikTok and Instagram, and he just got trashed.
I can pay a gutter guy 18, 20 bucks an hour to go be a regular gutter guy and work normal hours and stuff. Or you could go stock shelves at Walmart for $23 an hour. Like, how am I supposed to compete with that? You know, where's the bottom of the thing? Where am I supposed to get people that will do easy manual labor stuff, you know, when you can go stock shelves at Walmart and just do brain dead stuff all day? And I'm trying to teach them how to do gutters and do all this other stuff. It's super hard. It needs to be, whatever those jobs are in the low level stuff, it needs to take that away so that they have to go and do other stuff.
And people on the internet, new generation, does not get it. Everybody started trashing him. Like, well, but you know, pay people more. It's not a rocket science. Took him out of context, and he took it very nice. I called him, like, hey, do you want me to take this video down? He's like, no, Dimitri, I'm totally fine with it. I said what I said. Anyway, absolutely love the company. I love the culture. I love the generosity, and I love how he organizes his warehouse. If you guys need a tour, if you're trying to build a factory and you need a guide, travel to Perfect Steel Solutions in Indiana, and you will learn how to build a manufacturer plant, especially if you want to build metal roofing facility. This guy knows how to build it. I just love it how you have your office here, your studio here, instead of like breaking it all. Would you prefer to work in a warehouse versus like
1000% being able to see everything and being accessible? I know a lot of guys, and probably you've been to a lot of different places where it's kind of, they separate the management from the other people, the general employees and stuff. Now when the girls come in the office, or the canvassers, the salespeople, anybody.
Austin, thank you so much for being a great guy. Guys, you can't be always working. It's super important to take care of your rest. I'm literally in paradise right now, Hawaii. I'm gonna unplug from reality, put my phone away for a couple days, and just do nothing. Enjoy the view, enjoy my beautiful hotel room, and relax. Sounds good? Join me, go on vacation with me right now. Number 2, Kapili Roofing, Hawaii. I mean, what a treat this trip was. First of all, we went there in January. So in Minnesota, we have snow. I mean, we did miss connecting flights and stuff. It was a disaster to get there. But once we got there, the company was so amazing. The most impressive thing for me was that the last employee that they have lost or fired, it was 2017. You're talking about $40 million company that did not lose a single employee for like 6-7 years. That tells you a lot. Or maybe it's just because Hawaii people have nowhere to go. I don't know. But the culture there speaks volumes. Everybody's nice, everybody's humble, everybody's working hard, big numbers, high quality. He has family working for him, he has friends working for him, high school fellas working for him. How long have you been roofing?
Oh, 1980 when I start.
1980.
Yeah. Kapili, almost 7 years now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
42 years.
Yeah. 1980 when I start roofing.
What's your favorite roofing product?
EW, the #1, international, tropical, something like that.
So flat roofing?
Yeah.
Do you like shingles?
Yes. Yeah. Single, but my specialized before, the ammonia.
Well, thank you for doing a good job.
Thank you.
Absolutely love the company. Guys, thank you so much for setting the standard in Hawaii, for inviting us, organizing the trip. By the way, huge shout out to Adam Sand. Adam Sand have been working with Kapili Roofing. He helped put it together, recommended us, and if not for Adam Sand, this trip would not happen. Thank you so much for opening Hawaii to us. Obviously, beautiful place. I would not be able to go there if not for my work. That's why I love what I do. Today we're at Lincoln, Nebraska, visiting Kapili Roofing, one of the newest
companies on Roofing Insights directory. We will show you how they do what they do. They do over $20 million a year worth of business, worth of roofing jobs, and we will show you how these guys are absolutely killing it, why Roofing Insights recommends them, and why they're so different.
Video number 1, it's actually the very first company tour we ever made, Kapili Roofing, Dustin Bigler. It's a reminder for all of us that life is short. I keep reading comments on a lot of my videos, and a lot of times when I ask people, what's your favorite video you've ever seen, and a lot of people say it's Kapili Roofing. Kapili Roofing is was the first big company tour. Back then they just built the $6 million facility, their brand new building, and it was so impressive at the time. I have never seen anything like that. I remember I went there with my video guy and he's like, is this a tech company or is it a roofing company?
It's actually really interesting data because when you go look at, like, when you see like several years here where you always see like a little bump, those are years that like we did a home show or something like that, you know what I mean? So
nice.
You kind of start to see like, okay, this year we didn't do a home show right there, so we just flatlined through that. You know, it kind of tells you like the activity that you do is either worth it or not, and it's just funny to see where the storms hit every year. You know, you can see last year we had a little storm right here, which was the closest we'd ever gotten to. This was 2016. So 2020 is going to exceed those, but
it was so impressive. So it still to this day made a big impact on me on this channel. But of course, Dustin Bigler passed away later on. It was a big tragedy. We're all still sad about it. I attended his funeral, obviously, and Kapili Roofing is in our hearts. Dustin Bigler is in our hearts, and it's just a reminder. Life is short. Set your priorities straight. Dustin was one of the best guys I've seen in the industry. You know, I would call Dustin late at night after the conference or on my trips. He would always pick up. He would always call me back, and he was the guy to talk to about life, about business, some gossips. Dustin did like gossip and what's happening behind the scenes and what conflicts we have. Anyway, to this day, Kapili Roofing still number 1. And I know, guys, we have only 12 companies in this video. There's so many more that I truly enjoyed, but when I decided to do 12, actually originally I was gonna do 10, and then there's another one. I mean, I could easily make top 20, top 25. I did not wanna make 1 hour video. With the respect of your time, I picked top 12, but there's so many other companies like Roof Tiger, for example, did not make a cut, and so many others. Guys, we love you. To everyone who ever invited us, you are amazing. We love what we do. We love this industry. We love highlighting companies. If you want to open doors to us, reach out. I'll put my information below. We're trying to visit 1 company per month. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. It's not big revenue for us. We do charge for our trips. Obviously, there's a lot of expenses involved. You know, even travel expenses alone is expensive, but we do love coming to the companies. If you feel like you have amazing operation, you want extra publicity, you want to get to know us, me and my team, would like to come to you. Comment below who is your best company from this list, who did you enjoy the most or learn from the most, and I'll see you guys in the next video.